It's been a little bit of a break, guys. Let's say school and work is kicking my ass a little bit, and I haven't even had the time to read. And before I know it, I'm choosing a new TBR again for a new month because it's somehow already the end of May.
1, 2, 3.
My darling, I love you, 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 I love you.
And we're also back with the highly recommended TBR jar. So I'm gonna add a couple more prompts into this and then come back to you guys. Okay, I have a work meeting in a little bit, and my boyfriend is getting ready to come over before the meeting because we need to grab dinner. So there they all are. I kind of like this because then I can't see the color of what I'm grabbing. So we're gonna go fast and get through this and hopefully have an amazing TBR for this month that is going to want to make me read every single book on my shelf. It's a tiny one. We have the oldest book on my shelf, which I don't fully remember what this one was last time. Let's see. We need to mix up the genres, and in the scenario that I get a lot of romance, I want to choose a thriller. It's been on my shelf for a while. So that is One of Us is Lying by Karen and McManus. You all know I had the hardback in this, and I refuse to read hardbacks. So because I got the paperback, maybe we will finally get this one out of the way. Next one is another yellow. Hopefully this doesn't end up all being like the same prompts from the last video. Have finish a series. This time I can actually choose a different book. I think last time I chose Crooked Kingdom and I actually didn't even finish Crooked Kingdom, but I'm not going to include that as one of the books because it's technically still a current read. I am actually going to choose Final Offer by Lauren Asher since I am almost done Terms and Conditions, and this will be finishing the Dreamland Billionaire series. This is intimidating, but I think I can do it, you know? I'm really liking Cal so far. So, another yellow. Or, I don't know why I said this. This is definitely Trace. A book with your favorite color. So this is going to be either like yellow or like a dark green. With The Worst Best Man by Sosa because I've heard nothing but good things. It's been on my shelf for a little bit. It has a gorgeous color. I love the pinks and blues together. It reminds me of cotton candy. And I have a gut feeling it's going to be an amazing summer rom-com to read. So, the only other two, like if I went off my favorite color, like if I did yellow, it would be Better Than the Movies, like Based Off the Spine, or The Godparent Trap, and I had both of them on my TBR last month, so wanted to switch it up a little bit. I don't really have like a non-favorite color besides like orange and red, so start a new series. Okay, so let's say I have gotten some new ones. This one I never got around to last month, and I still really want to read it. The Serpent and the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent. Nice thick fantasy, but we have yet to have fantasy on the shelf, on the cart for this month, so I think this is going to be a solid fourth pick. This is definitely like a brick, though. Oh, we got two pink ones, so we're just going to do both. This is number 5, a summer romance. The perfect one that I just added to my shelf. Oh, wait, do I have to do the first one before I do the second one? Wait, first of all, where even is that book? So I did just buy Meet Me at the Lake by Carley Fortune, if you can see it up there. Don't know if I really have to read one before reading the other, but in any scenario, just to be safe, we are going to read Every Summer After by Carley Fortune. This has been on my TBR it's on my summer TBR anyways, needless to say. It is an anticipated read. So, I feel like I have a couple on my shelf in hopes. I feel like if I put Lucy Score on my shelf enough, at one point I'm going to read it, and you can tell that the Lucy Score collection has been growing. So we're going to put Buy It There by Lucy Score on here because everyone and their mother has been giving this book 5 stars, and if Destiny Civil gave it 5 stars, then it has to be amazing. So she's going on there. A book inspired by the last song you heard, which is Say You Won't Let Go by James Arthur. So that's gonna be a sad book. Oh my god. I don't really know anything about this, but I've heard it brings tears, and that song always makes me cry. So we're gonna do If He Had Been With Me by Nowlin. I might regret this, but you guys let me know down below. Next one. Alright, I don't want another yellow. Okay, or another yellow. What do we have? What do you have? Newest book on my shelf. Nope, that is easy. That is Meet Me at the Lake by Carley. Just got this a couple days ago, so I feel like it's perfect. Now we have both of them on here. Will I read one or the other? Or any of them? We will never know. But we have a lot of summer reads going on. I'm quite excited about that because I feel like summertime, it's always like the best time to read. A book you've been itching to read. Okay. There's a lot. Okay. There's a lot. Shatter by Taherah Mafi reread. I've been itching to dive back into this universe and reread every single book within like a week. So this is an obvious choice. And we don't really have much fantasy going on this month, so which is fine because honestly, summertime and fantasy don't really correlate for me. The next book in a fantasy series, I don't really have many ongoing fantasy series right now because I haven't really been, like I said, reading fantasy recently. So I'm going to do Crown of Midnight, second book, Third Glass series by Sarah J. Maas, because I'm reading Assassin's Blade after Air of Fire. So therefore, this would be the next book in the series, and I'm kind of itching to dive back into that universe anyway. We got two pinks actually, so we're going to do both. Alright, a dark romance. I may have gotten some new dark romances on my shelf recently, just saying. Hello, Miss Sophie Lark. We meet again. There Are No Saints by Sophie Lark, first book in the Devil's Night series, I think that's what it's called. I might be wrong, but it's duology. There are no saints, there's no devil. Keep that in mind, that illustrated edition does not mean what is on the cover. It means what is in the book. Potential last one we have is a duology. Okay, so we are adding 2 more books. Or, you know what, actually, no, because this technically counts as a duology. We are just going to also throw There Is No Devil in here as well. Another illustrated. Oh my god. Here's the second warning. That illustrated edition does not always mean just an illustrated cover. Sophie Lark, what? Sophie Lark is taking smut to a whole nother level because she's making you visualize it. Okay. A book of a repeat author. Alright, so I can choose a shorter book for this one. And do Good Girl Complex by Miss Elle Kennedy. Jump into the Avalon Bay universe because I have yet to do that. And that is all of the books on the shelf, and I need to organize them, so we're going to go back through real quick and rename all of them, actually. The only thriller on the shelf for this month is One of Us is Lying by Karen and McManus, one of the oldest books on my shelf. I don't remember all the prompts for these, so I'm not going to go through and name them all. I'm just going to go through and remind you guys of the books that we have coming up in potential reading vlogs. Hopefully. I've tried to film so many, you guys don't understand, and it just has not been going my way. So we have that one. We have Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas, the second book in the Throne of Glass series. We have Shatter, which is going to be a reread by Taherah Mafi, first book in the Shatter series. Last fantasy we have is The Serpent and the Wings of the Night by Carissa Broadbent, a repeat from last month's TBR. There's a lot, but like I said, summer romance, they're locked in. I have The Final Offer by Lauren Asher because I'm so close to being done with Declan and Iris's story in terms and conditions, so I'm ready to jump in to Cal's book. Next, we have The Worst Best Man by Sosa. Very beautiful cover, very summer vibes. Super excited. Sounds like it's going to be an amazing, really fast rom-com read. So we have Every Summer After by Carley. This was her debut novel that came out last summer. I have not read it yet, so we're adding it on. And then we also have her new release for the summer, Meet Me at the Lake. Have been hearing a lot about this recently, so a lot of mixed reviews. But again, they're both short, so they should be worth it. Have By a Thread by Lucy Score, because I'm utterly convinced that if I keep putting Miss Ma'am on my TBR, I'm going to read her at some point. Maybe this will be the month, maybe it won't. She's looking a little thick, but like I said, if Destiny can give it 5 stars, I think I will fall in love with this book, and it'll be my favorite thing ever. Then, unfortunately, we had to add a sad book onto the shelf, but you never know, maybe it'll just still be read, because obviously everybody has still been giving this a 5 stars. If You've Been With Me by Nowlin, sorry, should be Lark duology, The Devil's Night duology, I think. That still might be wrong, but there are no saints, there is no devil. Illustrated copies, beware. Last book we have for the June TBR is Good Girl Complex by Elle Kennedy, first book in the Avalon Bay series. An utter romance read, if you do say so. I do say so myself. Yeah. And that is all of the books on the June TBR that I will hopefully read at least more than 2 of them. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys missed me at least a little bit. And thank you guys so much for suggesting to do the TBR jar again. If you like it and want me to do it again next month, or want me to do a different version of it for picking the books I read in a weekly vlog, be sure to let me know down below, and I'll be glad to do that. Give this video a thumbs up and click subscribe while you're also down there. Check out the book playlist in the description if you want to see more of my content, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. That was so aggressive, I'm so sorry.
1, 2, 3.
My darling, I love you.